Good evening, everyone. How are you all? So we have been waiting for 5 minutes, and still there's a lot of people left to join the class. Almost 50% of the class is still pending to join the class. So we'll be waiting for a couple of minutes, 2 to 3 more minutes, and then we'll start. Okay? Cool. Great. Okay. Thank you so much. Very good evening to everyone. Thank you. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Yeah. Okay. We'll be waiting for 2 to 3 more minutes and then we'll start the class. Okay. So that everybody joins in and nobody misses out. Okay. Thank you. Hello. So I guess most of the class is here now, so we can start, I guess. So before starting up, can you guys please confirm in chat that my voice is clearly audible and that you can see the screen as well? Yeah. Okay. So what I'll be doing today is I'll be checking on the questions that I have given to you guys as homework in the previous class. Okay. And you can just match out the solutions, and then I'll give you a couple of more questions. We'll discuss a couple of more questions. Okay. And then this will be the end of programming foundation. Okay. Programming foundation. Okay, so can any one of you please let me know the questions that I have given to you guys as homework in the previous class in the chat box? Okay, so first one is take three numbers and find out the smallest. Okay, how many of you got the were able to do it? Okay, and they think that they have done it completely. Done. Okay, one, two. Okay, getting. What about the others? Only five people? What about the others? Okay, I guess most of the class has done it. Okay, got it. So the question that I'm discussing here is to take three numbers and find smallest. Okay, so I am drawing flowchart for this one. Start, declare, as I'll be needing three variables because I want three in input. Got it? I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay. Then the next is I have to take these three numbers. I have to ask the user to give me these three numbers. So I'll be printing out a statement. Print, enter three numbers. Okay. Okay. The next would be I'll be taking this input X, Y, Z. Okay. Next is now I want to figure out which one is the smallest, right? Yes or no? So I am assuming that X is the smallest. Okay. I am assuming for my first condition, I am assuming that X is the smallest. Okay. So I'm checking whether X is smaller than Y or not. Okay. Okay, people. If whether X is less than Y or not. If this is true, what I'll be doing is I'll be checking whether if X is less than Y, I'll also have to check whether this X is less than Z or not. Yes or no? X is less than Z. Yes or no, people? Yes. Okay. And similarly, if this is false, again, I'll be checking similar. If this is false, then this means that Y is the smaller one. Yes or no? So if Y has come out to be the smaller one, then I need to check whether this Y is less than Z or not as well. So Y less than Z. Understood? Is this much clear to everyone? Yes or no? Okay. If this is true, if this thing is true, then what I'll be doing is I'll be printing a message on the screen that X is smallest. Correct? And similarly, if this is true, then I'll be printing the message that Y is smallest. Yes or no? Yes. And in case if these two are false, in case if this is false, as well as if this is false, if both of them are false, either this or this, then these are going to result in another result. They are going to give another result, and that result says that Z is the smallest one, right? And after that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the program. Got it? So this is how the flowchart is going to look like. Correct, everyone? Got it? Everybody? Is this clear to everyone? Yes, there could be there could be other ways as well. So what I have done here is that I started out assuming that X is the smallest one, and then I have drawn the entire flowchart. Maybe you can consider Y as the smallest one, and maybe you'll end up making different conditions. Okay, and maybe you can consider that Z is the smallest one in the starting, and then you will have different types of different set of conditions. Okay, so accordingly you will get different kind of conditions and different kind of outputs at different places. Okay, so that's how you can have multiple solutions to this exact same problem. Understood by everyone? Yes or no? Yes, you can use logical and operator as well, but that is not going to reduce the number of that that is not going to reduce the number of conditions. That is actually going to increase the number of conditions if you use logical and. Okay, you can try it out. Here, what will what will happen is that the logic, the algorithm is actually going to go through only two conditions at a time. Okay, but in case of AND operator, it will go through three different conditions in one go, I guess. Something like that is going to happen. So you can choose that one as well if that's also correct. Okay. It's not that one is not correct. That's one is also correct. Absolutely correct. Okay. So here we are not adding anything. Okay. Here we are not adding anything. Okay. It's just the way of representation, but because both of them are going to result in same thing. That's why I have written it only one time and connected it like this. But what is happening is that this is also going to flow in this direction. It cannot go in this direction. It will never go in this direction. Why? Because there is no arrow over here. Arrow is telling it to go in this direction. And similarly, this one is also going to go in this direction because arrow is defined in that way. Okay, so you can write it like this. That's completely fine. Understood? Now let me run this program, run this algorithm and see if it is actually working for us or not. Okay, shall we? Okay, so we started the program, then we declared three variables. Okay, so we have X, we have Y, and we have Z. Okay, then in the next statement, we have printed out a message on the output screen. So that's how output screen looks like. So we got this message printed on the screen, enter three numbers. Okay, after reading this, the user enters, let's say 5, 10. Let's not use it as 5, 10. Let's take it as 10, then 5, and then let's say 50. Okay, so this 10 goes to the very first variable, which is X. Then this 5 goes to the second one over here, and this 15 goes to the third one, which is Z. I think everything is clear to everyone till now. Okay, so these are the three values that we have got from the user. Now in the next statement, I'm going to check whether this X is less than Y or not. So in our case, what will be the result of this condition? True or false, people? Come on, everyone in chat. True or false? For our case, is it going to be true or false? Absolutely correct. It is going to be false, and the control is going to flow in this direction. And now we have another condition with us, and the condition is Y less than Z. So this one is going to be true or false, the second condition. So this is going to be true. So we are going to go in this direction. The control is going to flow, and it is going to print this on the screen. So it is going to print what it is going to print. It is going to print Y is smallest. Okay, and then the program is going to stop. So I think it's working fine. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Now I want all of you to just go ahead and try it with some other input. Okay. Everybody just go ahead and let me know if it is working or not. If it is not working, just mention the input in the chat and I'll check whether it is working or not. Okay. Everybody just go ahead and try it out. Try with a different set of input. And let me know in the chat once you're done. Quickly. I am giving you guys just 2 minutes. Everyone just run it. Done, everyone? I guess it's working for everybody, I guess, because people are mentioning and they are also mentioning the sample that they are taking. So I guess it's working for everybody. Yes? Anyone for whom it's not working? Okay. So let's take the next question. What was the next question? Anyone? Odd or even? Okay. Okay. So the next one is we have to figure out whether the given number is odd or not, odd or even, right? I think this is the question. You have to take a number from the user and we have to figure out whether it is even or odd. Yes. Okay. So the question was to take a number and find whether it is even or odd. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna start. And since I need one number, so I'll be declaring one variable and see if it's declare and one variable, so x. Okay. And I'm gonna ask the user to give me a number, enter a number. Okay. Then take the input. Okay. So now I've got the number. Now I want to do is I have to check whether it is even or odd. So for a number to be even, it must be divisible by 2, right? What does that mean? So if I divide it by 2, the remainder must come out to be 0. Yes or no? That's what we want to check. Yes? If I want to check whether the number is even or not, I'm repeating myself. Everybody, please pay attention. If I Okay. So what I'll be doing it if I want to check whether the number is even or not. So what I'll be doing is I'll be dividing that number by 2 and check whether the remainder that is coming out, if it is 0, then it's even. If it is not 0, then it's not even. Okay. So we'll be doing the same thing since we are dealing with the remainder. So we'll be using modulo. Okay. Since we are dealing with remainder, so we'll be using modulo. So x modulo 2. If the result of this one is double equals to 0, if this is double equals to 0, then I'm going to print what? I'm going to print that the number is even. Print even. And if this condition is false, then I'm going to print what? I'm going to print odd. And then the program is going to stop. Clear, everyone? I think it makes sense, right? Yes or no? Modulo is used for division, but modulo gives you remainder as the answer. Okay, so that's why we have chosen remainder, because we wanted to check whether the remainder is zero or not. Got it? Double equals to is actually checking. This is comparison operator. It's checking whether it is whether these two things are equal or not. If these two things are equal, then it is going to give us true as the result. If these two things are not equal, then it is going to give false as the result. This is comparison happening. Got it? What exactly are you not able to understand? Yes, this double equals to is comparison. Okay, equals to. If you can remember from the uh, operators. We are using model over here because we are dealing with remainder. Okay, just like I explained, if I want to check whether the number is even or not. So if I divide that number and I get zero as the remainder, okay, if I divide that number, if I get zero as the remainder, then that means the number is even, right? So I have to check the remainder, not the quotient. Usually what happens is that if you divide any number, you get quotient as the answer. But this time I don't want to deal with the quotient, right? I want to deal with the remainder. I want to check whether the remainder is zero or not. That's why I've used this model operator. Got it? No, this is wrong. This is division. Division is wrong. Okay. This we don't want quotient as the answer. So you cannot use divide operator. Okay, this is wrong. You cannot use divide operator because this is going to give you quotient as remainder. Quotient as the answer. Okay. You don't want to deal with the quotient, right? You want to check whether the remainder is zero or not. Yes? Agree? Come on. Okay, so you need to do this one on your pen and paper. If you have missed the last class, I highly recommend that you watch the recording of the session. Okay, very, very useful. Okay, always do that. Okay, understood? How many people of you are not able to understand this program, not this algorithm? Only people who are not able to understand, please put it down in the chat. In chat, not raise your hand in chat. Okay. This program, you have to run this algorithm on your notebook. Okay, I'm going to run it. Okay, please pay attention, everyone. Let's just run this one and let's understand how it is going. Okay, so there are three people, I guess, who are not able to understand. Okay, two more. Okay, so there are almost five. Got it. Okay, five people, a lot of people. Okay, so we're going to start any program. We have memory over here and we have output screen over here. Got it? So at start, then declare a variable. So we got X. Okay. Then then print out our number. So we got a message on the screen. Enter a number. Somebody give me a number in the chat box. Anyone? Any number? Okay. So we got 8. So let's say the user enters 8. So we got 8 over here. So 8 has been entered by the user. We got 8 over here. Now, what is going to happen in the next step? So this 8 is going to be divided by 2. Okay, everybody please pay attention. What is going to happen is this 8 is going to be divided by 2 and we got 4 and we got 8 and we got 0 as the remainder. Okay, so this is going to give me 0 as the answer because remainder is 0. Okay, and now this value 0 is going to be compared with this 0. If these two things are equal, then it is going to be true. So in our case, it is going to be true. Got it? And what we are going to get as printed on the screen, we are going to get even printed on the screen. Understood by everyone? How we got even printed on the screen and the program then afterwards will stop. Is this understood? Yes or no? Understood by everyone? Okay, so I'm going to take one more example for this one, just so that we leave nothing for people to be confused in this question. So everybody please pay attention. Once again, I'm taking this one. So we are going to start, then declare a variable. So we got X created inside memory. Now we have this statement which is printed on the screen. So we got enter a number. This is a message printed on the screen. Somebody give me a number in the chat box. Once again, thank you. Okay, so we got 9 this time. Okay, so we got 9 over here. And what is going to happen over here is that in the next statement, this is going to be calculated. So 9 divided by 2. So we got what? We got 4, 8, and 1. So we got 1 as the remainder. So we got 1 over here. And now this one is going to be compared with this 0. This one is going to be compared with this 0. So in our case, this condition will result in true or false, people, this time. It is going to result in true or false. Come on, everyone. This is going to be false. So we are going to go in this direction and print it out. What is going to be printed? Odd is going to be printed on the screen, and then the program or the algorithm is going to stop. Got it? Understood by everyone? Yes or no? I think it's clear to everyone now. Okay, so those who haven't done this or maybe did it wrong, you can just copy it down. Let me know in the chat once you're done, and then we'll be moving to the next question. I'll be taking the next question. Okay. No, program does not automatically stops after false. It prints this statement after false, and then it goes to stop. After printing this, it goes to stop. Let me know once you're done, people. Okay. Done, everyone? Okay, so we have next question with us. To design a calculator, I guess. Yes, which can do addition, subtraction, multiplication, calculator. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Everybody, please pay attention. Start. Declare two numbers because I'll be needing two numbers. Okay, so x, comma y. Done. Because it is operating because these arithmetic operators require two operands to complete the operation. Okay, that's why. That's why do. We are going. You can practice these by once we start with Python. Okay, you can start practice these algorithms. Okay, don't worry. Okay, I know you are a bit enthusiastic and curious right now because you're getting everything and you want to try it out. So I can totally understand and you want to see how computer is actually going to run it. Okay, so I can understand the excitement, but I guess we have to wait it a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so let me just complete this one. Okay, so we gonna start, then declare two variables because addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, all of these four operations, they require two operands to complete the operation, right? So I'm going to write x and y, then I'm going to do what? I'm going to tell the user to give me two numbers. Enter two numbers. Okay. So we have now the user is going to print two numbers. So input x and y. Okay, so we got the two numbers. Now we want the user to tell us what operation they want, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to print another message on the screen and give them a choice. So what I'm going to write, press 1 for addition. Okay. And in the next line, I will write press 2 for subtraction. Right? Then press 3 for multiplication. And then press 4 for division. And this will be the message that is going to be printed on the screen. One big message. Yeah, this is something that you are doing on notebook. There is nothing like press enter or anything. Okay, this is something that you're doing on notebook. Okay. So you can just take your pen from here to here and there, voila, new line. Okay. Okay. Next. Okay, so now user is going to give me the input. So I need to have another variable. So I'm going to declare one more variable over here. So I'll be calling this one as op. Op is short for operation. What operation that we are choosing? Okay, so op is for operation. Okay, so op. Now I'm going to take this input op. Okay, now I'm going to do what? I'm going to, based on this operator or based on this operation that they are selected, the user has selected, I'm going to print out the result. Okay, so I'm going to do what? I'm going to, in the next line, I'm going to check whether this op is double equals to 1 or not. If this op is 1, then that means I need to print out the addition, right? Yes or no? Yes or no, PP? So if this is true, then I'm going to print x plus y. Okay, this is something that I'm going to print. If this is false, then I'm going to check whether op is true or not. If this op is true, sorry, op is true, op is the variable name. Okay, it could be anything. You can call it z, you can call it num, you can call it anything. Okay, just I'm calling it op short for operator or operation. Okay, so that's why. So we got friend x minus y. So because the second one was subtraction. Can you guys see? So press 2 was for subtraction over here, right? And similarly, I'm going to go next. If this is false, then I'm going to check whether op is double equals to 3 or not. If it is 3, then that means from our set of conditions or from our set of options, we have 3 is for multiplication over here, as you can see. So I'm going to print out the multiplication as the, if this is true, I'm going to print out multiplication, which means I'm going to print out x multiplied by y. This is going to be printed out on the screen as the result. Next is false. Then we have off, checking it out for 4. If this is 4, then what we are going to print? We are going to print x divided by y. Got it? And let's say if it is again false, if it is none of the above 4 options, then I'm going to print another message, invalid choice. Maybe the user entered some other number instead of 1, 2, 3, or 4, invalid choice, something like this. Okay. And after that, the program is supposed to stop. Understood, everyone? Okay. So this is a very basic one. Okay, so it's gonna do one calculation and then it's going to stop. I think I got similar question. Yeah, so it's going to do one calculation and the program is going to stop. Then you need to run the program all over again and do another calculation. Okay, so it's something like that, but it's just for you to understand how it works in a very basic way. Understood? I have declared all over here. If you can see, I declared it later on, but yes, I have declared it. Okay, which part do you want me to zoom in? Visible? Yeah, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, you can put it out any other option and accordingly you can compare. You can write A, B, C, D as well. Then you need to compare whether op is equals to A, B, or C or not. So invalid choice means that the user entered something else. Instead of choosing 1, 2, 3, or 4, maybe they entered 5 or maybe 7, maybe 1,000 or something. Okay. Yeah, I have taken the input OP here, as you can see. I guess you can see. If I don't use op, okay, so you cannot, if you don't use op, then how are you going to know what operation the user wants to do? Whether they want to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. So you won't be able to take the choice. The op is for choice, okay, which operation they want to perform. Got it? Is this program understood by everyone? Yes or no? Come on, people. Anyone in the class who is not able to understand this? Anyone in this class not able to understand this? Okay, just note it down. And meanwhile, let's take 2 minutes of breather, everyone. Okay, and let me know once if you have any doubts, you can put it down in the chat and take it. Okay. Op is for taking the choice, what operation the user wants to do, whether they want to do addition. So op tells us whether they want to do addition, subtraction, or multiplication or division based on these choices. Press one, then this one will be stored inside this op. Okay. Let me just take an example. Maybe that will clear the air around it. Okay. So we got this output screen. Everybody, please pay attention. Just this one, and then we can take a break. Okay. And this is the memory part. So I have X, Y, and Z, three variables. So I got X, I got Y, and I got O. Okay. And I've taken all these inputs. I've taken this input. So this message is going to be printed on the screen, enter two numbers. Okay. Enter two numbers. This is printed on the screen. Then this input will be taken. So let's say user enters 5 and 10. So we got 5 here, first input. We have got 10 here, second input. Got it? Got it? Yes or no? And then this big message will be printed on the screen. So this big message will be printed on the screen over here. Got it? This big message is going to be printed on the screen. And after this, let's say user presses 2. Okay, so this 2 will be stored in this op. So in this op over here, we got 2. Understood? Yes or no? So in this op, we got 2, everyone. Yes. And now in the next condition, we are going to check whether op is double equals to 1 or not. So op is 2. So this condition is going to be false. Yes or no? We're going to go in this direction. Next, what we have op double equals to 2. So this is going to be true. So we're going to go in this direction. And what we are going to print, we are going to print x minus 5. X is 5, 10, y is 10. So answer will be minus 5. So minus 5 will be printed on the screen. Okay. And then the program is going to go in this direction and eventually it is going to stop. Got it? How this program work? Yes or no? Come on, people in chat. Do you want me to take one more example? Anybody? Okay, you want me to explain with invalid choice. Okay, got it. Okay, everybody please pay attention. I'm going to take it for invalid choice this time. Let me just erase these things. Okay, so we got the memory part over here and we got the output screen over here. Start the program, declare the variables. So we got X, we got Y, and we got op. Got it? Op has been taken to take this choice from the user. Okay. In the next, we have print enter two numbers. So we have enter two numbers. Okay. Next, we have input X or Y. Okay. So let's say the user enters, give me two numbers, anyone in the chat. Anyone? Okay. So first one is 68. Second one, 10. Okay. So we got 68 and 10. So this 68 is going to be stored here in the first variable X. And this 10 is going to be stored here in the second variable. Got it? Okay. So now next is this statement. So this big statement is going to be printed over here on the screen. Okay, all these 4 lines, 4 choices printed on the screen. And now let's say user enters 7. Okay, instead of pressing 1, 2, 3, or either 4, instead of choosing any one of these options, let's say the user presses 7. Okay, now this 7 is actually going to be stored inside this op. So we got 7 over here. Got it? Got it. So now what we are going to do, we are going to check op is double equals to 1 or not. So this is false. So we are going to go in this direction. Op double equals to 2 or not. Again, this is false. Okay, so again, we are going to go in this direction. Now again, we have op double equals to 3. Yes, op is for user's choice, what operation they want to continue with. Okay, op is this one. Then again, 3 is also false. So going in this direction. Then we have op double equals to 4. Again false. Then again going in this direction. And this is going to be printed on the screen. Invalid choice. Because this time the user has entered a number which was not respectively corresponding to any of the choice. Understood? Understood? If you want 78 as the answer, then you need to choose op equals to 1. So you need to press 1 over here. If you choose 1, then it will give 78 as the answer. Okay. Clear, everyone? Is this program clear to everyone? I think this algorithm was also quite easy to do. A bit lengthy, yeah, but easy, right? Yeah, there could be a numerous ways to do it. Okay, instead of 1, 2, 3, you could have taken A, B, C, D, and maybe instead of A, B, C, D, you can also take the operator itself, the plus operator, then minus operator, then multiplication operator, and then you can compare the operator here, the operator character. Okay, so this time this is not this OP is going to be the op is going to be a character type of variable. It is going to store character in it. Okay, so it is going to be converted. So yes, this 7 was given to us by the user. We are assuming it. Okay, a lot of people are still confused about the user inputs. They're not able to understand where we are getting these user inputs. User inputs are the values or data that is given to us by the user. So it can be anything. We are just assuming it. Okay, this value could be anything. We are just assuming it. Okay, double equals to is for comparison. Okay, this tries to check whether both the values are equal to each other or not. Got it? Great. Done, everyone? Next, or do you need break? Next question or break? Continue. Oh, a lot of people are asking for break. Okay, so we'll take 1 minute of breather, just 1 minute, everyone. Okay, everybody, just relax a bit. Just relax, and then we'll take the next question. 7 is just an assumed value given to us by the user. Okay, 7 is just an assumed value. So maybe instead of choosing 1, 2, 3, or 4, maybe the user by accident maybe presses 7. So then that 7 is not actually corresponding to any of the choices. So then it is going to result in a message that you have chosen an invalid, made an invalid choice. Okay. And that is what is happening over here. Got it? Done, everyone? All back from the break? Shall we go to the next question now? Okay, so I guess there was a series to be printed on the screen. Okay. Can anyone tell me the series? Okay, so we have 2, 1, 2, 4, then 7, then 11, then 16, then 22, and so on, right? I guess this was it up till the numbers less than 100. Yes or no? Okay, so we added 1 and we got this, we added 2, we got this, we added 3, got this, we added 4, got this, we added this 5 and got this, then 6 and got this, and then 7, the next number, and like this, we are going to proceed. So we know how this, what will be the number that we are supposed to add in each step. And then accordingly, we are going to print the series. Yes or no? This is what we are supposed to do. So let me just start. Okay, we are going to declare. Okay, 1 is for this number, these numbers. Okay, so let's say I have num for these terms. Okay, let me call this term. Okay, better. One variable is called term, and second is for these differences, the value to be added. Okay, so this is the difference between the two, which is going to be added to the previous one, and so we got the second one. So I'm going to call this one diff. Okay, or let's just call it D, better, short. Okay, so two variables, we got two variables, and in the next, what we are going to do is we don't have to take any input. So we just want to take whether the number that we are going to print is less than 100 or not. Okay, I think it was 100, even equals to what not was not included. Yes, yes or no? Come on, can anyone please confirm in chat? It was less than 100, even equals to was not included. Yeah. So I'm going to check whether this term is less than 100 or not. If it is less than 100, then what I'm going to do is I'm going, if this is true, I'm going to do what? I'm going to print this term. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this value of term. Okay. So term plus equals to D. Okay. So for this to make sense, what I'm going to do is I'm going to define some default values over here. Okay. So this term is going to be defined as 1, the initial value, because I'm going to start with 1. Okay, so I have defined it as term should be equals to 1 in the starting. And this D, I'm also defining it equals to 1 because I want this to change as well. Okay, this is the starting value of this one. The difference is also 1. So I'm going to define this as well equals to 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare whether this term is less than 100 or not. If it is less than 100, if this is true, then I'm going to print the value of term. And then I'm going to change the value of term, and I'm also going to change the value of difference by 1 because this difference is increasing by 1. Yes or no? So I'm going to increase the value of this difference by 1 as well. This term will be increased by difference, and difference will be increased by 1. Got it? And this is just a calculation, so I'm going to put it inside the process box, and then again I'm going to send it over to the top and check the condition, and like this it is going to go on and on and on. Okay, and if this condition becomes false, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the program. So this is how this program looks like, or this algorithm looks like. Got it? So let's just see if it is working or not. Okay, let's just see if it is working or not. So we had memory side and we got output side. Okay, let's just see if it is working or not. Okay, here what I'm doing is I'm changing the value of term. So in order to change the value of term, what I'm going to do is I'm taking this term and I'm adding the difference. Okay, I'm adding this difference in this term and then getting the new value for the term itself. I'm changing the value of term by this term. Let me just show you. Okay, let me just run this program and let me just show you everyone. Okay, everybody please pay attention and confirm on each step whether you are understanding or not. Okay, so I'm starting the program and then I'm declaring these two variables. The first one is called term. Okay, and I'm also giving it a default value of 1. So it got 1 over here. And the second variable is d, and I'm giving it a default value of again 1. So this is also getting a default value of 1. Got it? Yes or no, everyone? Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check this condition. So in our case, this term, that the value of the which is stored inside this term variable is 1. So condition will be true or false. Come on, people. True or false? True. So we are going to go in this direction and we are going to print this term. So what is term? It is 1. So what will value is going to be printed? 1 is going to be printed on the screen. So we got 1 printed on the screen. Now we're going to go in this direction. And now what is going to happen here? We are going to change these values. So term will now become term plus d. So this can be expanded as term equals to term plus d. So right now term is 1. This d is also 1. So we got 1 plus 1, which is equals to 2. So this new value of 2 will be stored inside this term. Understood? Is this calculation understood by everyone? Yes or no? Anybody in the class is not able to understand this? The shorthand operation that I have just completed. You want me to repeat? This is the shorthand operation. Okay, shorthand addition. So I have just expanded this like this, how it is supposed to be. Got it? And then what I've done is I have just replaced it with the memory, with the okay, let me just go through it once again. I think that will be much easier. Everybody please pay attention. Okay, so we got term plus equals to d. Okay, we are here. Term plus equals to d. This can be expanded as term equals to term plus d. Is this much clear? Term equals to term plus d. This can be expanded as like this. Understood this much? Yes or no? Okay, great. So now what value do we have for term? We have 1 in memory. As you can see over here, we had 1. And as well as for d, we got 1 in the memory. Yes or no? So this 1 plus 1 will result in 2. And this 2 is going to be fed to term as the new value. So the new value of term will be what? 2. So here we are going to get 2. Understood? Is this much understood by everyone? Yes or no? How we got 2 in as a value for term? Great. Now let's, yes, it's going to change every time. Absolutely correct. Now we are going to do for this one. So this can also be expanded as d equals to d plus 1. So what is the existing value of d in memory? 1. So 1 plus 1. This is going to give us 2. So this 2 is going to be stored in d as the new value. Understood? So what will be the new value of d? It is going to be 2. Is this clear to everyone how we got 2 for d? Yes or no? Not understood? We have just done this calculation. Take a look at it and tell me whether it is clear to you or not. You want me to repeat again? Okay, let me repeat it once again. Okay. So this statement d plus equals to 1, this can be expanded as d equals to d plus 1. Yes or no? Clear? Yes or no? This shorthand operation, this shorthand division operation. Okay, you want me to do it with different color pattern. Okay. Uh, let's use green. Okay. So this can be expanded as d equals to d plus 1. Correct? I hope this is understood by everyone. This is simple, just like this one, previous one. And the value for d that we have in memory, the value for d that we have in memory is actually 1 right now. Okay. So we got 1 plus 1. Got it? Yes or no? If I solve this, I will get 2. And this 2 will be the new value given to d. Understood? Yes or no? Is this clear to everyone now? So this new value of d will be stored in memory here. So we got 2. And now what is going to happen next is the control is going to go to the top and it is going to check for the condition. So condition is going to be true this time or not? Yes or no, people? True or false? Yes, it is going to be true. Okay, so we are going to go in this direction and we are going to print the value of term. So what will be printed on the screen, people? 2 is going to be printed. Absolutely correct. Okay, again, we are going to go to the next statement and again it is going to do the calculation. And this time what is going to happen is everybody the term and d are going to be added. So the current value of term is what? Current value of term is what? It's 2. Adding it with the current value of d, which is 2 again. This is going to give us 4. And this 4 will be the new value for term. So we got 4 over here. Understood by everyone how we got 4? Yes or no? Okay, I'm getting yes. Okay, now we are going to change the value of d. So for d, again same, d is equals to d plus 1. So d will be the existing value of d in memory is 2. So we got 2 plus 1, which will be 3. So this 3 will be the new value of d. Got it? So in memory space, we are going to get 3. Understood? Again, going to the top, checking the condition true or false, people. Everybody, now I want everybody to respond very, very quickly. Condition true or false? True. So we are going to print the value of term. What will be printed on the screen? What will be printed on the screen? 4 is going to be printed on the screen because we have 4 over here in memory, right? So this 4 is going to be printed on the screen. Now, again, going to the next statement where we are going to change the values. So we got term plus equals to d. So existing value of term is 4. Existing value of d is 3. Adding these two, we are going to get 7. This 7 is going to be fed to the term as a new value. So what will the new value of term? Come on, everyone. The new value of term will be 7. Absolutely correct. Similarly, in the next statement, we are going to change the value of d, which for which we have d plus equals to 1 can be expanded d equals to d plus 1. Okay. So current value of d is 4. Current value of d is 3. So we got 3 plus 1, which is equals to 4. This 4 is going to be fed as the new value. So the new value of d will be what? What is the new value of d? Come on, everyone. The new value of d is going to be 4. Again, going to the top, checking the condition true or false. True or false? True. Once again, it is true. Again, it is going to print the term. What is the new term? 7 plus 4. So 11 is going to be printed on the screen. So I think our sequence is actually going fine. 1, 2, 4, 7. I think we missed out something. Yes. Okay. 7 is going to be printed. My mistake. We got 7 over here. So 7 is going to be printed on the screen. My mistake. Okay. I guess somebody mentioned 11 in the chat and I got confused a little bit. So 7, we have 7 in memory. So 7 will be printed. Now again, going to change the value of term. So we got term is 7 and we got D as 4. These two are going to be added. We got 11. This 11 is going to be the new value of term. So here in memory, we'll get 11. Okay. And we'll again going to change the value of D. So here we have D in memory is 4. So we have 4 plus 1, which will be 5. This 5 is going to be the new value of D. So here in memory, we are going to get 5. Okay. And then again going to the top, checking the condition true or false this time. Again, it is true. So we are going to print the term. What will be printed on the screen? This time term is 11 in memory. So 11 is going to be printed on the screen. Okay. So our sequence is actually going fine. So we can suppose that the program is working fine. Yes or no? Understood, everyone? So I guess the series is successfully printed and the algorithm that we have designed is actually working fine. Okay, so this D is actually changing with every loop. How it is changing? It is changing by this particular statement that we have written over here. It says D plus equals to 1. So in our existing value of D, we are actually adding 1. So it is getting incremented and then it is getting stored as the new value of D. So that's how it is changing every time. The difference is changing every single time, with every single iteration of loop. Got it? That's how it is working. It is changing again and again. Every single loop, the value of D as well as the value of term is changing. It's increasing. The difference for the term, the two term values, the previous term and the new term. Okay. So what is happening over here? The difference is D. And in case of T, the difference is 1. Okay. And that's how the values are changing again and again and again with each and every single loop iteration. Got it? Is this clear to everyone? Yes or no? Okay, so what I want all of you to do is, I want all of you to take 2 minutes. Okay, I want all of you to take 2 minutes and solve for 5 more terms to be printed for this series itself. Follow this algorithm and print 5 more terms. Everybody, just go ahead and do it right now. Okay, so we won't be taking term less than equals to 100. Why we are not taking term less than equals to 100? Because equals to is not part of the question. Got it? Understood, everyone? Yes or no? I think there was one more question from somebody. Understood, everyone? Is there anybody in class who is not able to understand? Come on, people. Anyone who is not able to understand? Anyone in the class? What exactly do you want me to repeat? Don't just try to repeat again. I'm not going to repeat the entire question. For that, then I'll ask you to go through the recording. If you have any specific problem that you're facing, just ask me that. How to print one single term? Is that what you're trying to ask? Is that so? Okay, so the question is not about number of terms. Okay, here the condition is not about the number of terms that you're supposed to print. Here the question is that you need to print all the terms which are less than 100. Okay, if you want to print only one term, then you do not have to just do this loop. You just need to go ahead and simply print this term, which is equals to one right now. So one term will be printed. I don't think that makes much sense in this question, in the case of this question. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so we are not having term plus one over here. If you can see, okay. We don't have term plus one over here. Okay, we have term plus equals to d. So what we are doing over here is we are adding d, the value of d to the existing value of term, and then generating a new value of term by doing this. Okay, we are not adding one to terms. We are adding one to d, but not term. Okay. I think everybody understood everything here. This question is clear to everyone. I think there was one more question given to you guys as homework. Yes or no? Okay, what was that question? Only 4 questions were given? No more question? Okay. So we are going to discuss few more questions which will be given to you guys as homework again. Okay. So I think we have covered all the questions that we have discussed that I have given to you as homework, and I guess everybody is now able to understand what is happening in these questions, right? Okay. So let's discuss the new questions. Okay, so let me take new questions. Okay, everyone. Now, so another question would be that I want you guys to print table of the given number. Okay, so I guess everybody is familiar with the table, right? What tables are in mathematics. So like table of 2, table of 3, table of 4, table of 5, table of 6. Yes, I think everybody is familiar with that concept, tables of any number. Yeah. So what you need to do is you need to start, let's say you have to take the number from the user. You have to take a number from the user, and let's say the user gives you, let's say the user gives you 3. Okay, so this is the number you got from the user. So what you need to do is you need to print the table of this one. So you need to print 3, then 6, 9, 12, 15. Then after 15, then it will come 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30 till 10. Okay, this will be multiplication by 10, and this will be multiplication by 1. So starting from 1 till 10, this is what you need to print on the screen. Got it? Understood by everyone? Yes or no? Those who are saying no, are you not familiar with the concept of tables? Yes or no? Yes. So we are just printing out the tables. 3 multiplied by 1, you just need to print yes, Pahada, yes, Pahada. Absolutely correct. So you 3 multiplied by 1, which will be 3. So you only need to print the result. You do not need to print the entire thing, only print the result 3. Then 3 multiplied by 2. Then in the next, you will be printing 3 multiplied by 3. Then in the next, you will be printing 3 multiplied by 4. And like that, 3 multiplied by 10. Got it? And the number for which you need to print the table, that number you have to take it from the user. Got it? Understood? So whatever the number the user gives you, you have to print the table of that one. I think easy, right? I don't think that it's going to be a complicated one. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Okay, so next question would be, okay, I want you guys to print. I want you guys to print the area of the chosen geometric shape. Okay, geometric figure. Okay, and this you need to do for a square, rectangle, and a circle. Okay, that's it. So you need to ask the user whether they, yes, this is going to be homework, yes. So you need to ask the user which geometric figure they want to choose and calculate area. So let's say they choose square, then you need to ask them to give you the side of the square. Then accordingly you need to calculate the area of the square and print the result. Got it? What do you need to do here? So I think everybody knows the formula for calculating the area of square and calculating the area of rectangle as well as calculating the area of circle. I think everybody knows the formula. I'm not getting responses from people in the chat. Come on, people in chat. Formula clear to everyone? Yes or no? Yeah, for circle, instead of pi, you can just write 3.14. Okay, for circle, just take 3.14 direct value for pi while calculating the area of circle. Okay. Okay, if you want to make it a little bit complex, you can add perimeter and circumference as well. Okay, you can do that as well. So one of the student is mentioning in the chat, can we add perimeter and circumference as well. So yeah, you can do that if you want. Okay, absolutely fine. Okay, next. Next question would be to find factorial of the given number. Okay, so let me tell you what factorial is. Okay, so let's say the given number is 5. Okay, so the factorial of 5 can be represented like this, either like this or maybe like this. So there are two ways of representing factorial. You can use any of the two. And factorial of any number is calculated as 5. Let's say if it is 5, then it will be 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 all the way to 1. Starting from the number itself and all the way to 1, you need to multiply it with all these numbers. You'll start from the number itself and you'll go till all the way to the 1. You'll multiply all these numbers, and whatever the result that you're getting over here, you'll get 120. So this 120 will be printed as the result. You need to print 120 in the end. Got it? What you need to do for factorial? So this is what factorial is. Understood by everyone? What factorial is? Please note it down because I'm going to erase this now. Those who want to note it down, please note it down. Then I'll erase it. And let me know in the chat once you're done. The explanation what about what factorial is. Okay. Okay, 2 people done. What about the rest? Yes, factorial of 1 is 1 and factorial of 0 is also 1, by the way. Okay, and we do not have factorial for negative numbers. Okay, just information for people who want to perfectly. If you want to their program to be working perfectly. No, these cannot be performed in MySQL. Okay, MySQL is a different thing. Okay, that works entirely differently. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to start working on SQL using MySQL. Okay. Yes, 0 is positive, but for 0, the factorial is always 1. We consider the factorial of 0 as 1. These questions, you need to do these questions on notebook. I have rolled this like a numerous times now. Okay. What you need to do is you need to take a pen and a notebook. You need to understand the problem that I'm giving you over here in the class, understand it, and understand how you are going to do it if I ask you to do it. Break it down into simpler steps, form the algorithm, and then try to execute that algorithm just like I do in the class. Okay, and see if it is working fine or not. If it is working fine, then it's correct. And if it is not working fine in any case, then in that sense, in that case, you'll say that it is not working fine. Yes, absolutely correct. We are just learning to build algorithms because if we know how to build algorithms, later on it will be very, very easy for us to build programs while learning Python and all. Okay. So this is just a foundation step that we are taking right now. Okay. I think I made it clear now for the class. Good. Nice. Thank you. Okay, so this was factorial. We got one more question to be given as homework. And here what you need to do is you need to print n terms of the Fibonacci series. Okay. So let's just understand what Fibonacci series is. So let me just erase it out. And n term means if I say 5 terms, if value of 5 is given to you by the user, you need to take this from the user. So if user says n equals to 5, then you need to print 5 terms of the Fibonacci series. If the user says 11, then you need to print 11 different terms of the Fibonacci series. If the user says 100, then you need to write a program which is capable of printing 100 different terms of Fibonacci series. So this n, the value of n will be taken from the user. Okay. And this will define the number of iterations of the loop basically. Okay. This is what is going to happen. If you want to understand the concept, we have already done it. Okay. We have already done this. And when we have done this when we printed n terms. Okay. We started from 1 and we went till 10, n. Okay, when we, no, not n. I think we have printed 1 to 100. So let's just assume that 100 was n. So if it was 100, let's say if it is 50, then also the program is going to find we just to replace that 100 with 50. So that 100 can be replaced by n and that n will be the value. Okay. Okay, so now let's understand what Fibonacci series is. So Fibonacci series looks something like this, starting from 0, then 1. So these two starting points are given to you. Okay, in Fibonacci series, these two starting points are given to you. In order to get the third number, in order to get the third term, what you need to do is you need to add the previous two, these two, 0 and 1, and then whatever the result you get, you have to put it over here. Got it? Similarly, in order to get the next term, what you need to do is you need to add the previous two terms, which will result in 2. So this will be the new term will be 2. The next new term will be we can get by adding the previous two, which will be 1 and 2. So we'll add 1 plus 2 and it will be 3. Got it? What will be the next term? Who can tell me the next term in chat? Come on. 5. Absolutely correct. What will be the next term after 5? 8. Absolutely correct. After 8? After 8? 13. Absolutely correct. After 13? 21. Correct. After 21, last one. Not going to ask after that. Absolutely correct. This is going to be 34. And like this, it will go on. Understood, everyone? So this is what Fibonacci series is, and you have to write a program that can print n terms of the Fibonacci series. I think it is also going to be that it is also going to be not that challenging, right? You can do it, right? How many of you feel that way? You can do it or not? You can do it? Yeah, I think most of the class is feeling in the same way. Those who are saying no, I believe that you can do it as well. You need to just revise other questions that we have done in the class, and you'll figure out that we have done similar questions in the past. Okay, don't worry, don't be demotivated like that. Okay, you'll be able to do it. Okay, so these are the 4 questions for homework. Okay, and you need to submit these questions by upcoming Friday. Okay, so you got till Friday to finish up all these questions, all these homework questions, and submit it over using the asked out section. Similarly, in the previous weeks homework, we have done that. We have submitted. You have done the questions. You have taken the photographs and submitted over the asked out section, and got the answers. And people from my team have also responded to that those answers. Okay, so you can do the very similar way. So in LMS, you can see the left sidebar with blue color. You have to click on more, then you'll get an option that says asked out. Okay, those who are asking, I'm telling them once again. Go to LMS, blue color sidebar. There you'll see more option. Yes, we have class tomorrow. Yes, we have class tomorrow. Okay, so let me show it to you guys. Maybe that can help you. So we got new share. So this is how the dashboard looks like for the LMS. Yes or no? Okay, you can everybody just go ahead and follow the steps with me. You can also open a new tab on your browser and just go to the dashboard. Okay, this is how you'll see. And here you'll have this more option. Can you find this more option on the left side bar, blue color left side bar? Okay, you need to click on this one, and here you have another option that says ask doubts. Can you see this? Ask doubts. Great. Okay, you need to click on this one, and this will take you to this screen, and it has a big pink button that says ask out. You need to click on this. You need to fill out all the details, and using this upload attachment button, you can attach the photographs of your assignment. Okay, and click on this green button that says submit query, and I'll receive them then. Okay, understood? This is how you need to do it. What is not showing? Can you please tell me what exactly is not showing? Like that? It's not okay. Did you click on this asked out option? Did you? Once you click on it, you'll see something like this. Yes. Do you see a screen like this? Okay, then you need to click on this asked out pink button, this pink button, big one. When you click on this one, you'll get the form. Okay. Okay. So tomorrow, people, we are going to get started with SQL. Okay. So meanwhile, what you guys can do is, let me just show you. So once you're on your LMS, you need to click on this learn button. Okay, those who haven't installed it, you can just click on this learn button. Okay, and here you'll see this course. Once you get into this, you'll see this learn SQL for data science option in the drop down over here. Okay, here you have this installation videos for Windows as well as for Mac. You can follow these videos to install MySQL on your server. Got it? So if you don't have MySQL installed on your server, you can just do it today or maybe tomorrow in the morning. Okay. And get it installed on your system before the class starts. That would be much helpful. Got it? Understood by everyone? Yes or no? You're facing some problem, then you should have raised the ticket. Okay. Raise a ticket and somebody from the team will connect with you and get it resolved for you. So tomorrow we are going to have the same class at the same timing, okay? And tomorrow we are going to get started with SQL. Recording of the class are over here. You need to click on this, and here you will see live class recordings, an option like this in your LMS as well, live class recordings. And when you click on this, you'll see the recordings of your class. MySQL needs to be installed in your laptop. Okay, those who want to leave can leave. We are done for the day. So you guys can leave the class. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye. You want to know how to raise ticket? Again, similarly, in the very same way. So this is how you can raise the ticket. You can go to the asked out section. You can put down your query and raise the ticket. Yes, programming foundation is completed. Tomorrow we are going to get started with SQL. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye. Okay, so if you face any problem, you can just use the asked out section. Okay, and moreover, what will happen is that whatever you can do, just do it. Okay, and submit it. Whatever you have attempted, just submit it. Just submit it, and You will get the response. If it is correct, you will get that it is correct. If it is not correct, they'll give you a hint to attempt once again. If you are again, you find it, you submit a wrong answer, then they'll give you proper solution to it. Okay. Okay, you did not get any response over the ticket. Okay, let me check. Okay, let me check with the team right after this class, and I'll have somebody response over, send you response over there. Okay, don't worry. I'll get it checked with the team. Okay, don't worry. If you haven't gotten response, I'll check with the team, and I'll have somebody give you a response over it. Okay. Okay, I've noted down your names. Don't worry, people. Okay, don't worry. There are two people who haven't got any response over their tickets. So it's completely fine. Maybe you have submitted it yesterday itself only. So that's why maybe you haven't gotten any response. But I'll check it once again with the team, and whatever being the reason, I'll have it responded, have them responded to you. Okay, you want to learn how to raise a ticket. Okay, let me just show you. So once you're on your dashboard, you need to again click on this more option and asked out section. Okay, you have to again go to asked out section, click on this pink button, and here you can fill out the form and this will raise a ticket for you. Okay, you need to write whatever the problem that you're facing. You need to set the priority accordingly, how urgent it is. Okay, and you need to select what type of query it is. Okay, maybe it's related to academics, maybe it is related to project submission, or maybe it is related to some later on, maybe related to internship and all things like that that are going to happen later on. Okay, so whatever the issue is, you need to select the category accordingly. You need to type down the message over here. If you have any attachment, if you want to send out any files, you can use this attachment option, then submit, and the respective team, based on the query type that you have selected, they'll get it. They'll get the ticket assigned to them, and they will respond back to you within 24 hours. This is the maximum time that we have. Okay, mostly you will get a response within 6 hours of raising the ticket. Okay. We have a video on how to install. I just showed you guys. Okay, let me show it once again. So what you need to do is you need to click on this learn button. When you click on this learn button, it will take you to a new screen where you will see all the content over there, whatever the content that is made available to you. So we have this data science over here. You'll see this pre-G program and data science listed on your LMS. So you need to click on this one. This will take you to the videos, the recorded content. And from this drop down over here, what you need to do is you need to select learn SQL for data science. What will you select? Come on, people in chat, what will you select? Learn SQL for data science. And here under this content tab, you'll have multiple options over here. One of them is installation. And here it has videos for both Mac as well as Windows. So whatever the type of system that you have with yourself, you can choose the particular video, respective video, and install the software on your system. Okay. Understood? Yes or no? The one who mentioned that they were not able to find installation videos. Is it clear? Programming part is not completed. Programming foundation is completed. Okay. So we have learned how to create algorithms, which is the core of any programming. Okay. So this is what we have done. So let's get started with programming once we start with Python, which will happen after 2 weeks from now. Got it? Understood by everyone? Any other questions from anybody else? Okay. So people, I'll be ending this session now. And till then, have a great day. Keep revising everything regularly. Yes, tomorrow we are going to start with SQL. And if you have any questions, what I would suggest is you go through the recordings of these previous sessions. Okay. Please go through the recordings of the previous sessions. No, there is not going to be any problem in learning SQL because SQL is a little bit of different topic. Okay. It's not exactly programming, it's different. Okay. So what I would suggest is please go through the recordings, all the recordings that we have that you have in your LMS. Okay, whatever we have covered in programming foundation, just go through the recordings. Go slowly. Maybe session was too fast for you. It can happen. It can be the case, which is completely fine. Okay, just go through the recording slowly, one step at a time. Take your time and cover all those recordings in this week. Okay, and I'm pretty damn sure that you will be able to grasp all the concepts because these are not hard. It's just that you are doing it for the very first time and it seems a little bit confusing, and that's very normal to happen. Okay, so don't worry and don't get disheartened. It's not hard. It will be very easy once you try to do it. Okay. Okay, but just take it very slowly. Okay, don't try to push yourself too hard. Okay. Okay, and in case if you if you get into any doubts or errors, you can just raise a ticket over here. I just showed you how you can show you guys how you can raise a ticket. Just raise a ticket, and somebody from the team is definitely going to help you out. Okay, so we are always here to help you out, but you need to process things slowly. If it is how you process things, then it's completely fine. Just process things slowly so that you get everything and you get it good. Okay, because this is going to help you out later on. Okay, so people, now I'll be ending this session and bye bye everyone. Good night. Have a great week and keep revising. My number one tip is keep revising everything. Okay, very important. So bye bye everyone. Take care.